Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk about something called hallucinations. Now, every builder out there has had this apprentice. You ask them something, they answer, they're confident, specific, no hesitation. They know what needs to be done. So you run with it, you make the call, you let them push on with it, you come back 2 hours later, and they have completely fucked the job up. Completely. It's at that point that you find out they had absolutely no idea. They didn't know the answer. So they sort of made it up. It wasn't to deceive you. They just probably couldn't bring themselves to say, look, I don't know. Or they weren't quite certain, so they filled up the gaps themselves. So they gave you the best answers or the best guess and delivered it like it was a fact. AI does this all the time. It's called hallucinating. And it's the thing that causes more distrust of AI than almost anything else. Because you don't always know it's happened until after you've already acted on the wrong information. Here's what's actually happening. AI was trained on an enormous amount of text, books, articles, websites, research, legal documents, everything. And from all of that, it has learned patterns. What answers follow what questions? What sounds right given what has just been said? And remember, one thing you need to remember is AI just wants to please you, even if it means giving you the wrong answer. When you ask it something, it generates what is statistically likely to be correct and a useful response. The problem is, it doesn't always know when it's reached the edge of its reliable knowledge. There's no internal alarm to prompt it to stop. It just keeps generating. And sometimes what it generates sounds plausible, sounds real, but it could be completely bloody wrong. For construction business owners, the danger of this is crucial, specific. Queensland building regulations, it might have general knowledge but miss a recent amendment to it. The NCC clauses, it knows the framework but might confuse a version number or a specific requirement. QBCC thresholds, insurance minimums, ATO obligations. These are exactly the areas where confidence and wrong can cost you some serious money. There are reliable signs that a response needs checking before you act on it, and it's surprisingly specific. A precise dollar figure, a specific clause number, an exact percentage. Specifics sound like authority, but in AI, it's often the opposite. The more specific and uncheckable the claim, the more carefully you have to verify. It cites something that you can't find, a case, a regulation, a report. If you can't locate the source independently, you treat it as unverified. AI does cite things that don't exist. Remember this. It'll answer a question it couldn't possibly know. So, how do you protect yourself from hallucinations? There's 2 levels of protection. The first one is judgment. Verify anything consequential before you act on it. Right? Same call you'd make on site. The more the decision matters, the more important it is to check. An email draft may be low risk. Read it, send it. A variation clause with a dollar value, verify it completely first and double check it. The second, and this is what I've implemented into my own operating system, is a structural boundary. And this is one that actually changes how AI behaves. In everything I've built, there's an absolute rule, no exceptions at all. If you don't know, stop. Surface the question. Do not fill the gap. Do not make assumptions. You do not guess. You do not give your best estimate dressed up as a fact. You tell me what you know, what you're uncertain about, and you recommend I verify before acting on it. That one instruction eliminates or mitigates a massive portion of the most dangerous category of wrong answer. The confident one that gets through unchecked because it sounds right. Now, you can add it to your setup today in whatever AI tool or AI agent you're using. Just add this line. If you are not certain about a specific fact, regulation, price, or current requirement, do not guess. Tell me what you know, state clearly what you're uncertain about, and recommend I verify before acting. Pretty simple. An AI that says, I'm not certain, verify this, is more valuable to you than one that sounds confident but is wrong. Confidence without accuracy is the problem, and accuracy with appropriate uncertainty is a tool you can actually rely on. In the next episode, we start fixing the problems we named in episode 2. The first fix is the induction. All right, what to tell your AI about your business before you ask it anything. Now, before I go, hallucinations, how to spot them, how to stop them. You know, this is one of the most active conversations inside build-up chapters right now. Members are sharing real examples from their own businesses of what got through unchecked and what the no assumption rule caught. That kind of peer level intelligence is hard to find. If you want it, links in the description. See you in the